craving to achieve something. Because this is the first time majority of our students have opportunity of higher education in their family. Therefore, their desire, their fire in the belly, their longingness, their creativity, their enthusiasm to achieve is something to be seen for believing here. A sprawling premises, a wonderful campus, with brilliant students, and about our faculty, the average profile of our age profile is about 40 to 42 years, which means we have a blend of both youth and experience. So we have excellent set of faculty here, excellent students here, brilliant students here, and equally committed management. You can see our premises. You see how they are maintained. I can just give you one example, how our horticulture maintains the lawn. The alignment is so perfect that you can't see a blade of grass switching away from its alignment. So that is the type of management, the committed management, excellent faculty, brilliant students. So that is a type of institution with whom you have chosen to associate. Therefore, it is win-win for both for FESTO, a world leader, and Banari, aspiring to be a world leader. It's a win-win situation for both of us. Yes, the laboratory is established, the association has been finalized, but what next? Now the hardware part of putting systems in place has been done. But how best we use it? It depends on you. It depends on the students. It depends on the faculty members. Now from the other side, from the management side, from the FESTO side, they have done the best. And how do we capitalize? Depends on us, depends on the students and faculty members. Again, I would like to draw a lesson from Germany. Since our guests are from Germany, let me also quote a small example. What do we draw from Germany? What lesson we draw from Germany? I say after First World War, Germany was shattered. I know how many of you have read history. In 1919, after First World War, Germany was shattered into pieces. It was virtual, physical shattering. The treaty that was imposed on Germany after the World War defeat by those powers which won the war were draconian. Deliberately attempted to keep Germany within its four walls, and it was designed that it should not let grow. It had to cede most of its territories, which it got, including parts of Germany itself, the Ruhr Valley, which was the seat of all heavy industries, steel industries. Germany had to give up. And Germany was made responsible for instigating the war. Therefore, war crimes, besides huge amount, it was made to pay as penalty. Towering amount. No one can imagine that can ever Germany repay this debt. It was thought perpetually it was not possible, therefore it was deliberately imposed on Germany. There is a depression. The economy was shattered. The inflation was so high in Germany after First World War that people had to carry truckloads of money to buy one loaf of bread. There was restrictions on the army. Germany was not allowed to build up its army. There's a cap on number of soldiers it can have. It can have only 100,000 soldiers. On its navy, it cannot build a ship or own a ship exceeding 100,000 tons. And it was prohibited from acquiring air force. No air force, cap on army strength, cap on navy strength, and huge drain on the resources. It was not allowed to expand. The entire heavy industry was lost. Government cannot give any contract. No employment generation could be possible. But what happened in 20 years was history. Within 20 years, it rose again as a major power in the world. And when the Second World War broke out, it started winning country by country. Austria, Poland, Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, Norway. Ultimately, the biggest rival for Germany in Europe was France. France was also conquered. France was at the feet of Germany. Then it entered Russia. Germany sent nearly 30 million soldiers, 30 lakhs, 3 million soldiers to Russia with 2,800 tanks. A country where they could not mobilize even more than 100,000 soldiers. Within 20 years, they could build an army. They went to Russia. Unfortunately, they could not bear the winter. Therefore, they had to. The rest was story. The point is, how could Germany rebuild their country within 20 years? What made them to achieve this? Germany made it possible in 20 years to leave alone the controversy about Hitler's contribution or otherwise. But Germany, as a country, the people of Germany could achieve this. In just 20 years. Please recall what we have done. We are about 65 years old. Our country is 65 years old after independence. But if Germany could achieve this in 20 years, why not we? It all depends on you. It all depends on students like you. And more particularly, specifically, it all depends on engineers like you. No more. You just imagine, you just recall every day, things are changing, things keep changing. We had cell phone in 1980s, just cell phone. Somebody had a camera to the cell phone. And somewhere around 90s, somebody thought, why not we link internet and cell phone? That is the greatest revolution. Once you had internet linked to your cell phone, the entire information world was at your fingertips. It was done by an engineer, like you. That is your potential. And you just recall in history, nobody knew when the wheel was invented. The wheel, which is one of the most versatile mechanical instrument the history has ever seen, nobody knew. Right from Mesopotamia days, Assyrian days, it was there. But it did not strike to anyone until somewhere around 80s, 90s to fix this wheel to a suitcase. Earlier, about 20, 30 years before, we used to carry huge suitcases. But somebody thought, why not this wheel attached to a suitcase so that carrying the suitcase becomes easier. It was done by an engineer. What has been achieved has been substantial by engineers, but what has to be achieved? You see, we can very easily predict where our planets will be after 1,000 years. All solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. We can predict, pinpoint, specific to the second. But we do not know the direction of wind that will blow after 5 minutes. We don't know. It is just estimation. We don't know when rain will come, when rain will not come. Even direction of wind, weather. Therefore, what I mean to say, as engineers, you have wondrous responsibility of discovering, implementing. Now we give a platform to you. The college gives a platform to you, and association with FESTO, it gives tremendous opportunity. It is for you to capitalize. Now my sincere request, we need to explore. The association we had with FESTO is extraordinary. And the profile of the company, they are excellent e-learners. They provide training, e-learning material they provide, and the profile of the company is versatile. It gives tremendous opportunity. Let us not confine ourselves to just giving lab and some training, but it's a meaningful, longer association that we are looking for, and whatever has to be done by us has been done, and what needs to be done is at your hands. Kindly explore, kindly think about it. The country needs your services. As engineers, you have potential to change the course of history. Please realize your potential and make use of the opportunity given to you in this institution. Now, with these few words, I'll conclude my speech. And again, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to FESTO. And I wish you all a glorious future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, a man equipped with a great potential and a strong mind is Mr. Kurt Michael Stahl, Deputy Chairman, Supervisory Board, FESTO AG & Co. Germany. Mr. Kurt Michael Stahl did his Polytechnic in Production Technology in the year 1992. This doyen went on to pursue his Master of Science in Business Administration in the University of Augsburg, Germany. Finance, Organizational Development and Marketing are his specializations. Mr. Kurt Michael Stahl, along with Dr. Geisel Hart, did a research on companies which renew themselves that established an environment by promoting creative tension in organizations. Academy of Science Moscow was where this luminary obtained his postgraduate degree. His practical experience and projects are numerous. Few of them include project management, structured, coordinated, implemented, manufacturing, magnetic plastic parts and making it operative. Then, decision support tools and methods for management and measurement of intellectual assets across cooperative networks is a project funded by European Community under Information Society Technology Program from the year 1998 to 2002. Next, he did about financial management that includes strategy consulting in business development, business valuation and corporate finance. Between the year 1999 to 2010, he had done production efficiency innovation technology consulting, process optimization, knowledge management and technology transfer. This persona carved a niche for himself and became a member of Supervisory Board of FESTO in Esslingen since 1997. Mr. Kurt Michael Stahl was elevated to the coveted post as Deputy Chairman FESTO AG & Co. Esslingen, Germany from the year 2010. May we now request our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Kurt Michael Stahl, to deliver the inaugural address.
I would have loved to welcome His Excellency Dr. Bala Subramaniam, who can't be present today. Dear Dr. Shan Mugam, dear Dr. Nat Rajan, dear Dr. Vijay Kumar for this impressive and motivating speech to the youth, dear Dr. Siv Kumar, colleagues from FESTO, ladies and gentlemen, dear students. Qualified people are our future. The one who wants to craft the future must act today. It is indeed a great pleasure of mine, and also in the name of FESTO, having this opportunity to attend the inauguration ceremony of the Mechatronics Center at the Bernari Ammann Institute, situated near Coimbatore. I want to extend my warm welcome to all of you, and I also want to extend the warmest welcome to all of you from my father, Dr. Kurt Stahl, whom many of you know well. It is a very emotional occasion for me personally, as I'm very glad to visit once again my favorite country, India. Every time I come here, I love the creativity, I love to see the creativity of the people, the tradition, and also the entrepreneurial spirit within this country here. Around 60 years ago, my father did come to Coimbatore following an invitation from the Honorable Mr. G.D. Naidu. And next year it will be 75 years that both families celebrate our close friendship now in the 4th generation here in India. Back at the time when my dad visited India for the first time, FESTO was well known as a manufacturer of woodworking machines. He resided then in Coimbatore for several months and introduced new sewing technologies from Germany using the dual educational approach. This meant combining the practical approach on the machines with documented knowledge. So this dual educational training system has demonstrated to be one of the foundational pillars of the German success story and has been applied by many countries in the world today. Today, 60 years later, it is my greatest pleasure to inaugurate with you today the Center of Excellence for Advanced Knowledge and Practical Experience. The difference lies in the technologies, the learning systems and courses that have been installed focus on mechatronics, factory automation and process automation. FESTO today is a world leader and trendsetter in technology and education solutions in these fields. But this shall not be the only historical review regarding the ties between Coimbatore and FESTO. In 1963, just 10 years after my father resided in India, FESTO started a cooperation to set up its first office outside of Europe as a joint venture named FESTO LG. I think also a well-known company here in Coimbatore. And some years later, FESTO formed a subsidiary and registered the name FESTO officially within the country of India with headquarters in Bangalore. So based on these strong ties with my father and my grandfather, the founder of FESTO, it is now my responsibility as member of the 3rd generation to emphasize and to continue our joint approach and common activities in technology and education within India. Now, the question may occur how Banaria Aman and FESTO got together. Not long ago, in September 2010, a high-ranking delegation from Coimbatore visited my hometown, Esslingen, in Germany. And part of this delegation was His Excellency Dr. Bala Subramaniam. During the visit at the FESTO headquarters in Esslingen, my father and I welcomed Dr. Bala Subramaniam and the delegation. The visit resulted in the initiation of a close relationship between Banaria Aman and FESTO. The outcome of our cooperation can be experienced here today and in future. We want to express our deepest gratitude for having had the chance to establish this fruitful cooperation in education with Banaria Aman over the past 2.5 years. FESTO and our family very much recognize and appreciate the educational achievements in India and are proud to be part of the economical and social progress of the country by contributing to the education and practical training of the youth, girls and boys. And we very much appreciate the outstanding achievements and role of Banaria Aman in the industrial, economical and educational development. My personal view on education is knowledge with practical application means growth and change. And this means, to me, bridging the knowing-doing gap. The initiatives of Honorable Dr. Balasubramanian will certainly lead in this sense to many more sustainable opportunities for India, specifically as it relates to industrial automation, including improved productivity and strengthening local and global competitiveness, as well as the attraction of foreign investments in India. By signing with our name the inauguration of this Center of Excellence, we guarantee you the transfer of our 80 years of worldwide experience in keeping the highest quality and professionalism in terms of training and education for the regional industry. So on behalf of my family and on behalf of FESTO, I would like to assure our utmost interest and passion to make the cooperation a success story in Indian and German industrial automation entrepreneurship. I started out my keynote with a core belief of mine. Qualified people are our future. The one who wants to craft the future must act today. Once again, it is indeed my greatest pleasure to have this opportunity today to be part of the inauguration ceremony at Banari Amman Institute. Initiatives like this prepare the next generations of engineers and mechatronic specialists that will lead India successfully into the future. So thank you once more to our Honorable Dr. Balasubramanian. I thank for the opportunity to take part in this ceremony and indeed for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
Mr. Volker Smith, born on 23rd December 1975, developed his passion towards mechatronics, automation and process engineering, and process data control. He received his graduate engineer A-level degree from the University of Applied Sciences, Esslingen, Germany. This luminary has completed his previous assignments in FESTO Didactic GmbH in the Department of Innovation Management of Asia Pacific region and as a regional manager of the Asia and Middle East region. At present, he is the head of business development at FESTO Didactic GmbH Asia Pacific. Mr. Smith's untiring efforts enabled him to pursue numerous articles relating his field of interest in a decade. Simulation of a wafer fabrication in German Singapore Institute, malign cancer cell abatement using high frequencies in the University of Applied Sciences, Esslingen, and bus controlling of an experimental water supply setup in NG and Polytechnic, Singapore are few of his many contributions. May we now request the esteemed Head of Business Development for Asia Pacific, FESTO Didactic GmbH, Germany, Mr. Volker Smith, to felicitate the event.
Thank you very much. Dear Dr. Shanmugam, dear Dr. Tarachan, dear Dr. Vijaya Kumar, dear Dr. Siva Kumar, dear Mr. Stoll, dear Mr. Joshi, dear Mr. Nashnani. A very good morning to all of you, distinguished guests, and of course, teachers, professors, and of course, students. I'm always delighted to come to Banari Amman now for the third time within the past 2.5 years. And it's always amazing, it's always astonishing what passionate people we see in this facility. And at this campus. So this morning I was very much surprised again, stepping out of the car, walking towards the premises and seeing a very, very nice FESTO bird, which we all know from various occasions, and it was very nicely done, and once again I was really amazed to see such passion to welcome FESTO again at the premises of Banari Amman. By means of this occasion, I also want to extend thanks to our colleagues who spent quite numerous time here in order to train the staff of EIT on our technologies. I do not only use the word training, I always use the word also motivating the staff of EIT, because only well-motivated instructors, only well-motivated trainers are capable enough to motivate students to learn, to discover the technical subtlety, to corroborate knowledge on the technology, and therefore the outcome remains sustainable. And this is something which the industry highly appreciates. Skill development, knowledge development, and practical experience at the same time, as Mr. Stoll mentioned various times during his speech. It's also interesting to see how close you can be educated, as close, as I said, to industrial development, as close to the industrial needs and requirements of nowadays technology. Further on, I'm very glad having also seen our exportainer on the campus these days. So this is now a linkage between laboratory and real industrial applications, enabling you, not only the staff, but also the students, to discover the latest technology which is used among industries in India, but also upcoming technologies which require your skills and your excellent education. And for sure, this can be very well taught here at Banari Amman. As I just said in the beginnings, it's always amazing and it's always astonishing coming to EIT, seeing such a passionate amount of people in order to provide the most recommended, the most well-trained, the best well-trained outcome of the next generation of qualified employees. And therefore, I'm very proud to say this, that FESTO can be part of this development here at EIT. And now, once you graduate, you are the next ambassadors of qualified training, but you are also the ones capable enough to support industries in order to move ahead to the next decade of industrial automation, of productivity increase, of increasing competitiveness, and in the long term also to increase social welfare. Therefore, once again, it's our greatest pleasure having had this opportunity to establish two beautiful laboratories in the technologies of industrial automation, process automation, and also mechatronics, because qualified people are in great demand. The catchword of mechatronics is now becoming reality also in India, since needs and requirements of the local industry towards mechatronics are constantly increasing. Therefore, I wish EIT all the best success. We are standing behind you, we are standing next to you in order to support you in terms of providing qualification which is needed at its utmost. And therefore, once again, I'm very glad being here today together with my colleagues. Thank you very much.